All right, it's all things Thanksgiving on Man Talk on this episode. So join us as we talk about our favorite Thanksgiving moments, and listen in as we give you the ultimate challenge today. The ultimate challenge.
It's a good one.
Join us. So are you a Thanksgiving guy? Are
Yes.
you
Yeah, it's one of my favorite.
top three maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
up there. Do you have like a go-to food? What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. That is a
It
good
always
one.
tastes better at Thanksgiving for some reason.
Now, do you... I imagine it depends on whether your mom makes it or your wife or whoever, but do you have like a special ingredient? Are you strictly a potato, salt, butter guy, or do you like a little...
I don't know what they put in it. Whatever my mom puts in it, whatever my wife puts in it,
It's good.
it's good.
Good stuff. Yeah.
I don't know what's inside, but I do lather it with butter.
You go back.
I do go a little salt and a little pepper. in
There's
it, too.
absolutely like it seems like no one's thinking about skimping on Thanksgiving. They go all
out.
in.
What's your favorite food? What's your go-to?
Boy, that's a really good question. I'm a huge fan of. I love the hash brown casserole. I don't know if you ever do that.
Oh yeah.
Mashed potatoes. Anything potato
Yeah,
is
right.
good. I'm really into appetizers too. Do you guys have any like? I know our family, we kind of eat for like quite a long period of time, but you have like the appetizers. My wife's side is like really big on this. When you show up, there are so many appetizers that when it comes to the traditional meal,
Yeah.
you're just stuffed.
Nothing jumps out except M&Ms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's
you have
nothing.
candies.
There's nobody brought in anything that I can remember anyway.
Well, okay. So, speaking of M&Ms, do you have a go-to dessert?
Yes, pumpkin pie is there. I mean, it's
It's always there. Uh-huh.
But my Aunt Brenda's chocolate cream pie.
Ooh,
That
Aunt
was-
Brenda.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Aunt Brenda brought the chocolate cream pie to Thanksgiving, and so
Oh,
all of us kids, can we have our pie yet? And so
Right.
they were just big old
man.
pieces. So
Yeah. Well, I always thought that for Thanksgiving, and maybe I'm weird here, it seems like people brought out this dish that you never saw the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Like crack. Have you ever had
Oh yeah,
crack?
my wife makes that. Yeah.
So just to clarify.
Not what we think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
right.
it's a saltine cracker, right? And there's
Melted
some
chocolate and toffee on it.
Yeah, it's just
It's as good as it can be.
You look at it, you're like, what is that? And you try one, and it ain't terrible.
Melts in
Right.
your mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Now, do you have any like favorite Thanksgiving memories?
Oh man, when I was a kid, really grew up with really both sides of the family, the Harris family, and then my mom's side is the Sandersons. We just had so many good memories on both sides. But I remember my Uncle Mike and Uncle Bill. They were young uncles. When I was 5, they were 15, so they were teenagers. And
Oh, okay.
When I was 10, they were 20. I remember Uncle Bill and Uncle Mike talking to Randy, Ronnie, and I later in the afternoon after the Lions lost or something like that.
Exactly.
They won sometimes, but they would say, "It's time."
Oh, really?
And we knew what that meant, and it meant that the three of us versus the two of them in a wrestling match. And it would be both of them against us, and that wasn't fair. So then it was
Switch up the rules.
one of them versus the three of us, and we could not get them. Man, we tried and we planned, but as we grew, I remember Randy grew to be about 6 foot, and I was always about 5'10", and Ronnie was 3 or 4 years younger, and we got up late in the afternoon as we got older. We went to Uncle Bill and said, "It's time."
Yeah.
And they both their eyes went, oh, they
Yeah,
knew. And that was the day.
That was the
We
day
took
you
them out.
became a man and took them out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So that's a great memory.
Now, did you have a bunch of people that would pass out sleeping afterwards, or no sleeping?
They're mostly young folks there, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
my grandfather. I mean, typically, you'd eat, and then they'd always have that chair, that favorite chair,
Yeah.
and they would just be tilted back. They're just
Mouth
shagging
open.
flies and just snoring. And I always think about that. Not
That's a
with,
great
with
memory.
Thanksgiving,
It is.
is
That's a
people
good
just
memory.
passed out
yeah,
on the couch.
snoring
which is-
and yeah.
yeah, those are amazing.
There was
times.
Mildred. Mildred didn't have a home or didn't have a family, so she'd come to our house, and it was annoying at the time because she didn't understand football, and she'd go crazy when they would jump on each other, and they tackle,
like don't hurt them or something.
Yeah, they go, oh my, why are they doing that? My, and we go, oh, come on. but that's not a bad memory. It's actually a good memory of Mildred because we were adopted grandkids.
The whole concept of Thanksgiving, just coming together and thanking God for all that He's done for you is a pretty powerful narrative, powerful reason, right, to come together. I think sometimes it can get lost in food and watching the Lions lose. Do they still do parades?
They do parades. Yeah, that was one of my favorite things. You ever been down to the Detroit parade? Did you ever go to the Detroit parade?
No,
that's a fun thing.
This year we're gonna run the turkey trot here in downtown Lansing.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
your whole fam.
Yeah, we started doing that. Oh man, probably when my daughter was born, we would go. When we lived out in California, we'd go run, and then felt a little better about the meal later on, right? Okay. But that's probably one of my favorite memories. We were running in Sacramento in this turkey trot, and my wife's like, I can't go any further. I can't do it. And I'm like, you can do it. And there was this guy who was dressed like a clown that, believe it or not, he was dressed like a clown. He had the rainbow wig. He had one leg, and he was coming to pass her. And I was like, are you going to let the one-legged clown pass you? And she looked and she's like, no. And like this Rocky theme ensued, and she started running. And it was just so funny because whenever she'd slow down, there was the clown. He was like right on her tail, she was happy that she was able to get ahead of him.
Very
That's one of my favorite Thanksgiving moments there. But anyway, getting back to this concept of being thankful, I would somewhat of a challenge, something I've been processing is two things. Number one, sitting down and taking the time to just either write out or prayerfully meditate on what God has done for you over the last year. I think over the last couple of years, right, with the pandemic, we focus on all the terrible things that are going, but just think of all the things that God has done to sustain you. Yeah. And because gratitude and thankfulness is so powerful, it's so positive for your mental health.
Absolutely. And what is it? I think it's Mark Twain that says, I can go one whole month on a one good, sincere compliment.
Yeah, right.
And so that's very true. Just, there's a Bible text that, let me see if I can find it real quick here.
Yeah, and as you're going to that text, but just this idea of, whether you get up early or you can find some time alone, just to focus on, and I'm not talking about this part of the challenge, doing this with everyone, but just for yourself, just sitting down and going, Lord, thank you for, and process how you've been blessed this year. Yeah. That's one.
And then doing that with your wife,
right. That's the second challenge, right?
Just processing all of the blessings. My wife and I pray each day, and we have just a thankful thing that we go through and we just kind of just bounce it back and forth to each other and what we're thankful for in prayer to God, and that is really helpful. Yeah. Here's a text, 1 Thessalonians 5:11. My eyes. Therefore, encourage one another. That's good. Mm-hmm. And build each other up, just in fact you are doing.
So here's the second part of the challenge, right? Focus on God. But the second one is this: I want to. If you want to do something extreme, write out why you are thankful or you appreciate someone on a letter, okay? And then give it to them.
People still write letters?
Well, that would be another thing, dude. Like, if you got to type it out, whatever. But
it'd be better to write it out.
If you can use your own. Yeah, if people can read your handwriting. But you write it, and then you go up to the person and you give it to them, and then ask them to read it in your presence.
Whoa.
So just stand right there. You don't have to be like a close talker or anything, but be right up close.
On the couch or right. Oh, man.
Yeah, but just have them read how you feel about them or why you're thankful for them, and then when they get done, Whether you just want to give them a hug or walk away, or just say, like, hey, I really mean that, and you're special to me. I think you can have an amazing opportunity, because I don't think everyone. I think we think everyone just assume they know how we feel about them, and I don't think that's true.
Right.
I think there are times where you question, are we really friends? Are we really family, or whatever? Do they really? And for you to just say, look, I don't want there to be any doubt. This is where we stand.
Yeah, that's so good. That's a good challenge.
Yeah. So write your letter, type your letter, whatever you're wanting to do. That's your challenge for Thanksgiving.
And then have them read it to you. Right?
Yeah, read it in front. Exactly. Read it in front of you.
That is so.
Read it in front of you,
I love
and
that.
then maybe you can celebrate with some chocolate cream pie later.
Yeah,
I don't know,
or some crackers.
yeah, but don't just like pig out and pass out on the couch. Take this opportunity to thank God for all that He's done for you, and also to thank those people that are special in your life. But I think that going through that process of writing that down, going through that process of giving them, it could be somewhat intimidating or scary or whatever. You could be nervous about it, but I think you're going to find that to be really an amazing moment.
It's especially to those who are close to us, but just think of how strong that would be for people that are maybe marginalized, that a little bit. Man, so not just the close ones, people that may just, whoever the Lord puts on your mind, because maybe that's the thing that's going to give them that boost of encouragement to build them
exactly.
up.
So
love that.
In this next week coming up to Thanksgiving, you can sit down and you can write that and you can plan that out. But you might not just do it to one, you might do it to several people. But stand in their presence and confirm that letter.
Very good. That's Man Talk for this week. It's Thanksgiving week. You guys, one of the things we believe in, we believe that we should all love God.
Right, and love everybody. And duct tape.
It fixes everything.
It fixes everything.
It does.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.